Hi, my name is Rory, aka Deeplink Audio, and today we are going to talk about Ringmod Sidechaining. I've also made this trick into a Combinator, which you can download for free. And yeah, if you like this sort of stuff, please consider supporting, and let's get started. So I have a quick sketch here of a drum and bass track, and I've split all the tracks into two main buses, the kick and snare on the one bus, and then everything else on the other. So if we just listen to the kick and the snare, you can see that we are peaking at around -6 dB. Moving over to everything else, we can see that we are also peaking at about -6 dB. It should be no surprise then that when we play these two together, we can see a massive jump in our peak level. So now let's take a look at this Combinator, which is used as a effect device on the everything else bus. It's made up using stock devices, and the UI is inspired by the new tool devices from Reason 13. If we open up the device, we can see an external sidechain signal that is routed into the spider splitter. That's a copy of the kick and snare bus. Let's turn up the amount of the modulation and listen to our mix again. Now, as you can see, there's been almost no change in the peak level. There is an automatic and near perfect ducking of everything else with the kick and the snare. Cool, so how does this all work? Well, let's briefly recap sidechaining. Traditional sidechaining involves a compressor, where you feed your kick or any other sound into the sidechain input of the compressor, and then from there you adjust the threshold, ratio, and attack and release times to taste. There is also envelope shaping, where you don't necessarily need a sidechain signal, because all you're doing is just shaping the volume of your track to a custom envelope, and this can be triggered by MIDI or with audio. So now let's address Ringmod Sidechaining. I first saw this on a Reason Talk post back in 2022, and then again when Virtual Riot posted a video about it 2 months ago. So I figured it's time to work out how to do it using stock Reason devices. This is how it works. You take a copy of your kick and feed it through Thor's shaper in Rectifier mode. This flips all the negative amplitudes to positive, which we can phase invert to get a 0 to negative only waveform. Then at the same time, we send our bass or whatever else we want to be ducked into a pulverizer. This will act as our ring modulator. Instead of using the tremor to modulate the amplitude of our signal, we will use the external audio modulation input. As per the Reason manual, these accept audio rate signals, which is pretty cool. Well, they actually wrote that into the manual. So essentially we have an extremely surgical and precise ducking occurring, and this is because it's happening at the audio rate level. So with Ringmod Sidechaining, there's no need for thresholds or attack and release times. There's just an amount and that's it. The one drawback, however, is that it does introduce distortion. This can either benefit your mix or harm it, depending on the style of music you're making. Moving back to the Combinator, just as a quick tip, you can route your kick into the Combinator using the drop down and selecting the kick sidechain spider split input. And besides just Ringmod Sidechain, you can also use this as a traditional ring modulator, where you have 4 ring modulation sources from sine, low pass noise, band pass noise, as well as itself. Cool, so that was kind of like a tutorial Combinator kind of video. If you like this sort of stuff, let me know. Maybe I'll do some more of it. And otherwise, yeah, thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you again next time. Bye bye.